AJ Green ended up signing a 1 year, $8 million deal with the Arizona Cardinals, but he was a legend, Bengals legend for sure. I would just say that I think that the fit is excellent for him. I think that he's going to a team with Kyler Murray. You talk about Nuke Hopkins, possibly Larry Fitzgerald, Christian Kirk in the slot. I mean, it just makes perfect sense. This is a team that just brought in J.J. Watt as well. They traded for Rodney Hudson, who I also heard the Bengals were interested in, and it's just a team that I think makes the most sense for him. It helps him ease into that role of being on the back nine with Larry Fitzgerald right there in his ear. He's a guy that's going to be able to thrive in an offense across from Nuke with Kyler Murray, all of those weapons. I think he's going to thrive there. I wish him nothing but the best. And I'll just say that from day one, like watching this guy at Georgia, getting and scouting in the draft, I fell in love with AJ Green. Like there was only two guys to me that really looked like that on film. Calvin Johnson, where it's like, whoa, where did this guy come from? And Adrian Jeremiah Green. And I remember being just like Zim with Chase and just all of these players, like he was my guy. I was like, the Bengals can't mess this up. You got to take AJ Green at 4. And this was a year when Cam Newton was in there. And I still was like, you got to take AJ Green at 4. And when it happened, I tell the story all the time, jumped up off of my couch, immediately started celebrating, couldn't believe that we got him. And I remember telling like my cousin and my brother, and I said this on Twitter at New Stripe City, I was like, and this was after Chad just walked away, doing what he did. This was no disrespect to Chad Johnson at all. I was just this confident that I told my brother and my cousins, I'm like, he could be better than them, bro. He can be better than Chad. And that says a lot because Chad might be in somebody's top 5 when it's all said and done. But I was like, bro, he can be better. And I remember they looked at me like I was crazy. Like, you're crazy, bro. Like, I don't know what you think about this dude, but the rest is history. He did what he did. And, you know, nobody was more of a class act than him. Nobody was more of a professional. He never let us down. He just was the ultimate competitor day in and day out. So I had nothing but love for him. He came on our show, one of my favorite shows. That was like the interview of my life. I messed up on the show and said that my favorite player was Chad because I was so nervous. AJ Green is my favorite player of all time. He's my favorite Bengal of all time. In terms of that, I just was kind of star-shocked I was just shocked in general that he was on our show. But AJ, man, we appreciate everything. And Zim, I know that you want to give your thoughts on this, so I'll go ahead and let you do that.
I mean, just like I told you earlier, I don't know if you messaged him, but, you know, I posted some of the stuff, you know, that I remember, like, you know, like that, to me, AJ Green is just, I almost feel like, no, we're not friends on that level. I do consider him a friend, but I treat him almost like I would a family member. Like I just think the world of him. I want him to do well. Don't care about anything other than him being successful, because not even only just what he did for us with our interview, like that's just one small piece of like what he has done for a lot of people, and us getting that interview with him. I mean, I just thought like that I could look back on that like 5-10 years from now and say like, bro, like you changed my life. Like if you go to my Twitter now, you know, like I keep that interview up because it's just like a moment that I'll just never forget. Like, and shout out to Chris, shout out to a lot of people that helped me, you know, connect with them. And, you know, shout out to you for like, we were on point on that interview too, you know? So,
yeah.
So, you know, like, I just think I think the world of him. My son, the other day, we were playing Madden. He's just now playing Madden. He's only 4. He's really big. But he's like, I want to play with the Bengals. I said, all right, get the Bengals. So without me telling him, my wife, my witness, like on my mama, he's throwing the football to nothing but AJ Green. I swear to God, on a slant route to the inside, he's like doing the practice field. He's like, AJ Green. I'm like, how you know the number? Like, you know, like, how do you know that was him? He was just like, AJ Green, like going crazy. And I was just like, wow, bro. Like, you know, like, and I always told AJ, I was like, bro, like, you're the only person my son knows. And for him to even know, I didn't know he knew, you know, that, you know, like he plays wide receiver or any of that. So
right.
He means so much more to me than just football. So I really, really am going to miss him. But I told him this morning, go get a ring, go get a jacket. And that's what I hope he does, and I just speak it up because I just really believe in him. And I know maybe some things are against him. He's going to be up against a crazy class of wide receivers, but I just believe in him, and I don't think he's done. I think he's very different. There's a couple of athletes in this world. There's only like not even 1%, 0.6% in this world that are like Tom Brady level, To level. Even Ocho, had he not had his career like ended a little bit earlier or whatever, like it's 0.6 in the world that could just ball a little bit longer than the normal person, and AJ Green is that guy, and he's got a perfect situation in Arizona on a really really good team that's getting a lot better with a offense that's catered to him, that's not gonna put no pressure on him. It's just gonna get him open.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. I totally agree. In terms of, I just texted him and told him, "Congrats, bro. I wish you and the family the best. That move was fire." And like Zimmer said, this guy is like, even though we're not super close friends with him, it's just like he's just a down to earth dude, bro. He immediately hit me back. Like he didn't have to spend any time out of his day to message me back and say anything. He could have just moved on and been like, whatever. But yeah, definitely gonna miss him. Definitely a true Who Dey legend.